Okay, y'all, maybe a little dark in my background, but come in, hit that like and share button. Let me know if you can at least hear me well. You might not be able to see me that well. I am very, very tired. I just came from the gym. I haven't been to the gym probably in about 5 to 6 days, and I am so tired. I probably overextended myself for my workouts today. But hey, it's over with. Now I get an opportunity to rest and relax. I probably should have put my phone the other way. Let me put my banners up here. So give me 1 second so my finger won't be much into the live stream. You all, again, someone give me a sound check. Let me know how the sound is. Let's have a conversation. This is only for intelligent people. Right. And this is not the time that I'm going to be very excited about, saying I told you so. No, I'm just helping to prepare people. So again, someone let me know how the sound is. Let me know if you can hear me well. I have on my old school earphones. And so this is what I want to cover, right? I actually was on Instagram and I saw Erica Williams' short video on this about China owning is actually 6.1 billion worth of United States property, right? I said this some months ago when a realtor told me that much of the builders were stopping their process of building, and foreign um, countries was coming in and buying much of the real estate in the United States. And that's China and even Canada coming in buying much of the real estate. So the article or what I saw Erica talk about on Instagram was that $6.1 billion worth of U.S. property is being or has been purchased since last year from China. 6.1 billion, right? Billion with a B. Most of most of this property, these homes, these properties are in the states of California and Florida, right? California and Florida. And so China running things, that's true. But the reason why I'm coming with this live stream is to see how people are preparing. So if you've been keeping updated with the news, and someone on my Facebook page brought this out as well, is that China has been buying up the farmland for the last 2 years. China has been buying United States farmland at the resounding amount of about $2 billion. And that's 2 years ago. And so even the question then was, why is China allowed to come in and buy so much of United States farmland? Right? Why do they need the United States farmland? Why the United States? Give me a second. Let me get a pillow. Why is the United States allowing China to have that much control over our food supply? Right? No one could answer that question because China owns so much of the land of their own. And China has really overtaken Africa, even with Uganda announcing that they've found so much gold in Uganda, but China is in debt to Uganda. So China owns Africa and those rich soil and rich land and all of the gold and minerals that can be found in Africa. So they already own Africa per se. And now they're owning much of the United States. Also, what people don't know is that China, specifically Hong Kong, owns much of the ports, much of the shipping ports out of California. So a lot of those ports in California that are over our supply chain, Hong Kong owns a lot of those ports that comes in and exports and imports, right? And so now you have the issue in California where California is passing laws for truckers that they cannot be independent truckers. They cannot be like 1099 independent contractors, truckers Because what most truckers do is they are either buying their trucks, or maybe they bought their trucks, or they're leasing their trucks, and they may get thousands a week through that strategy of just buying and leasing their own truck and not working for a trucking company per se that's responsible for exporting those goods from the ports, a lot of the ports out of California. But now California has passed a law that's saying that these truckers now has to get paid. Excuse me, something in my eye. Now have to get paid by the mile, which can be 50 to 80 cents a mile, and work under a trucking business versus being independent contractors getting paid thousands versus per mile. So we have about 80,000 truckers right now that's protesting that. That's going to disrupt the supply chain, right? Now, also, with that being said, and I'm not in front of my laptop. Again, I just came from the gym. I am exhausted. I said I'm going to sit on my recliner and live stream on this one. But if I was in front of my laptop, Black farmers, the National Black Farmers, have already issued a warning. I will pull that up. I don't have my second phone near me either, where they are already issuing a warning. Google this: Black farmers, the National Congregation of Black Farmers, or organization rather, of Black farmers, are already warning of the food supply shortage that Biden has already issued or told Americans will come. So, what, Queen? Why are you telling me this? Okay, what does that mean? Are we going to just go back and forth and talk about how China is running America? Is this going to be a good barbershop conversation, a good beauty salon conversation, or a good conversation over some fried chicken and greens after church? Those social places that people like to socialize and talk about more problems and no solutions. No, I'm not bringing this to your attention to talk about what the problem is. I'm bringing this to your attention so you can see what's coming ahead. Number one, China owns America. They own a lot of America, from the ports to the properties in California and Florida. Florida, a lot of the ports that are coming in as well, that affects our food chain. $2 billion worth of farmland as well. So when you own these big cities, right, like Florida, like California, and even more ownership, California already has Chinatown, right? So, already China is already embedded much in California, but now New York, much of some more ownership is going to come through New York. And when China is owning much of this, people, as I told people, you may not know this, but China, Russia, and UK, right? They're already out of the dollar. They're not using our dollar, right? They're not using the United States dollar. In fact, Uganda is already in Zimbabwe, right? Zimbabwe, not Uganda, but Zimbabwe has already started issuing gold coins as a hedge of inflation hedge, of selling it to their people, right? They've already out of the United States dollar. So why am I informing you of this? Because people that's trying to save cash are just chasing the dollar going into next year. And whenever the feds make their announcement, which is coming up, about raising the basis point in the interest rates, it's no way possible for the United States to pay back its debt. It's just no way possible. And what's going to happen is China is going to start dumping United States bonds And when this happens, and when China started dumping the United States bonds, and China owned $2 billion of farmland, $6.1 billion of property, and all of the major ports, then you're going to see the dollar be dumped. The dollar is going to return to its intrinsic value, which is zero, because since 1971, the dollar became debt, and people that's chasing the dollar, chasing paper currency, they're going to be switched next year over into a central bank's digital currency. You're going to have more and more retail stores giving you reasons leading up to next year why they cannot accept your cash. Or they're going to come back maybe and say, we have another coin shortage like they did about a year ago. And they're going to give you more and more reasons why they can't accept your cash. Maybe they're going to tell you it's counterfeit. Or maybe they're going to tell you we don't have change. Right? You're going to see more and more transactions that says debit card only. And what people don't know, they started this like a long time ago. When your debit card and credit cards have those chips in them, the chips is so they can monetize all of your transactions, even to the what they call those EBT cards that people get for groceries with the built-in chips. So now it's going to be mobile. It's going to have to be some type of app that you download and you're able to scan your cell phones. They're coming out now with another variant of the C19. They even coming out with the monkeypox. Monkeypox. I haven't even really had time to research that. And so people that's not converting their cash into assets for this reset are going to be living in poverty. They're going to be living in poverty. It's just point blank. People are walking around. They're taking this lightly. They're not doing anything. I've come before people to tell them to get their credit scores up, to maximize their paychecks by adding a home-based business or home-based business services to their paychecks. Because why would you overpay in your federal taxes than what you're supposed to or obligated to, when you can have IRS certified agents to view your paycheck? 93% of American workers overpay in federal taxes out of taxes that they get paid. And they can get an instant pay raise. And this is why I've been faithfully telling you all to test cash flow to get the maximum amount of your money out of your paycheck so you can have investing money. This is why I told people that if you're not living paycheck to paycheck, then take that cash and convert it over to silver. Because when this currency system reset happens, right, there's going to be businesses that's not going to take physical cash. And when it switched to the central bank's digital currency, what's going to happen is the feds, the bankers, is going to have control over everything that you spend. They're going to have control. It is going to be accepted or declined. And a lot of people then, they're going to try to purchase assets. And they're not going to be able to. They're going to try to purchase some cryptocurrencies. And if that transaction is going to be declined, it's not going to be open to the retail investor. They're going to try to purchase silver, gold. That transaction will not be accepted. They're already saying right now that Uganda is finding so much gold right now that it cannot be mined, but they're increasing the numbers that they are saying publicly of gold that they are finding. And this is to keep the price of gold suppressed, right? Because the more gold, is all about supply and demand. So, if this country says we found billions or trillions, I think they said trillions of dollars worth of gold, then that keeps the price suppressed. Whereas silver last year in 2021, it was announced that silver, there's a global shortage of silver. So this is why I tell people to visit my website, queenofcoinsilver.com, so that you can purchase silver at the wholesale price and begin converting your cash into that asset before it's too late for you to get true assets. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, they came out a long time ago and said that people will own nothing and be happy. People will own nothing and be happy. And so China has control of the United States ports, the United States farmland, and now more United States property. And so now you have things like social credit. You're going to see more and more states that's looking like China, more their laws, more of their taxes. Because why? China owns more gold than the United States. And the country that owns the gold, which is real money, gold and silver is God's money. It is real money. It is in the Constitution of the United States of America that it is real money. So whenever this switch happens and this reset happens, and we switch from physical to digital, gold and silver is going to be used to reset this currency system. So China owns the gold, and now they're owning the land. And the United States is going to look like a third world country for those who are not prepared. And so if you are blessed to have excessive cash flow, I recommend that you get access for the reset, which is going to be silver, and that you get it at wholesale price, and that you lower your taxable income. See, if you're getting 30% of taxes taken out of your check, and then on average 10% inflation just for last year, that's 40%. You're not even including FICA, Social Security, and in some cases, state taxes. And then you have your insurances that come out of your check. That leaves you less than 40% of your check to really live off of. And so now gas prices is increasing as well as groceries. And as this reset happens, the dollar is going to have to be just pretty much bankrupt out the system. So prices are going to get so high that people are going to lose faith in the dollar. And they're going to feel like, hey, I'm working all of these hours and I can barely make ends meet. And they're going to see that the dollar, the cash system, is going to be able to purchase less and less. They're going to lose faith. And they pretty much going to beg for a central bank's digital currency system, because the government, again, they create the problem, wait for the reaction, then they tell you, hey, we have a solution. We can bring in a central bank's digital currency, and it will be able to keep up with the pace of inflation because the physical cash is not able to. But the people don't know that that is going to bring in the all-seeing eye where they can monetize. See, now you have a lot of small business owners, and that's why I tell these traditional business owners right now, you need to go ahead and get the tax deductions, the 470 tax deductions of the home-based business, because when these the business owners that's accustomed to sometimes accepting cash under the table for work, or you're paying someone to come do some work for you and you pay that cash, now those transactions that people try to hide from their taxes, you're not going to be able to hide it. That's why Cash App, Venmo, all of these applications already have to report everything that you get in via Cash App through Venmo or PayPal through a 1099. Now that's taxable income. And so the change is coming. My question to you is, right, hopefully if you can own farmland, but we also know that Russia owns fertilizer. right? That what fertilizer is made out of oil and commodities and corn and all of that. These commodities Russia own, and so now even if you have farmland, the price of fertilizer or the ability to get seed may be so expensive that if you're not converting your cash into something that's going to outpace inflation, these things may not be affordable for you. So converting cash into a home-based business asset is why I have cash flow on the screen. Silver, and if you can acquire farmland and you can afford it, and you can afford the supplies that it takes to uh, to produce your crops or your food from this farmland, and if you can have a 24/7 security, you can afford that, then definitely, right? Because you're going to need 24/7 security. If you're growing food, and we're in the food family, you're going to have to protect your food. You're going to have to protect your land. You're going to have to protect your crops. So you're going to need some lead as well. You're going to need security, and you're going to need some firepower, right? To keep intruders off of your farmland from stealing your food and your crops. And silver definitely is going to help against hyperinflation, getting your credit scores up, turning your credit into cash, maximizing your paycheck, getting these experts to see if you're overpaying in taxes. Virtually everyone on my team has gotten at the minimum $200 more out of their paycheck that they didn't know that they had the right to, all the way to $1,400 for a married couple. So definitely text cash flow 254-788-1144 and visit my website, queenofcornsilver.com, where you can purchase silver at wholesale price. That means you get it at the same price that the dealer, almost the same price that the dealer got it at. And it's not much over the spot price. You're just paying the shipping and handling, right? This has been crazy for a long time. This has been crazy for a long time, right? I'm like, I saw the news today. I'm like, what is monkeypox? I have to go and research monkeypox. I don't even know what that is, right? It's saying first cases of monkeypox or whatever. That's why keeping my health up. You know, sun gazing as well, getting as much sun as I can, natural things from the earth, and just breathing in pure oxygen, just doing those things. I don't eat as healthy as I could, as I can, right? But I eat, I definitely don't do sugar, white sugar, uh, man-made sugar as well. And, try to cut down on my carbs intake. Really don't do white bread, but, I might do a tuna sandwich or something every now and then. So, I'm not the best as far as 100% accuracy, but I do things like sun gaze, earthing, and try to increase my water intake. And I don't do table sugar in anything I drink. I don't do liquid diabetes. Um, Russia and China about to take over the world through military and technology. I agree. That's why I'm just telling people right now to get your cash flow up, get your credit scores up, get your coins up. I do see cryptocurrency and all digital stocks, the stock market as well, taking a deeper crash going into the fall. And this is why I feel like people should have their cash flow through a home-based business and silver their first priority right now. Because I do believe right before cryptocurrency takes off, the price of it is going to be blood in the streets. It's going to be manipulated, right? And if you don't have cash flow coming in, then you're going to be left behind. If you have everything in these digital investments, whether I don't care if it's stocks, cryptocurrency, all of it is going to go through a reset because the monetary system is going to be reset. People's 401k is going to be wiped out if they do nothing, you know, and if they don't convert their cash into assets, tangible assets like silver. I think silver right now is what I've been pushing for the middle class and to get a home-based business. Because if your job is on the line, you're going to need a way to make money from home, even if you're a traditional business owner. Somebody said there's nothing. 2 billion and 6 billion real estate. 2 billion in farmland and 6 billion in real estate is a whole lot within a year or two. So if you don't think there's nothing, it's something like not right with you, with your level of thinking. For that much real estate and farmland to be acquired by China within a year, and you think $2 billion of farmland is nothing, you think China owning a lot of the ports out of California is nothing, that dictates our food supply and our imports and export. And $6 billion within the last year of real estate is nothing. Something is wrong with your thinking if you think that's just like nothing, right? I'm not answering that question. I don't give people financial advice, but definitely call your 401k, provider and ask them some things about what are your options. But I don't give people financial advice. I just know that if you don't research for yourself, it's a high possibility that you can lose thousands of it. I don't have a 401k. I'm still, I'm still under a pension. But I think that's a choice that a financial education should supply to you. Like, for example, I have equity locked into my house. 6 figures worth of equity, and someone suggested to me to take that equity and invest it in silver. I'm not investing 6 figures worth of equity in silver out of my house because silver does not cash flow. So for me, for example, the only thing that I would use equity in my house for is cash flow and real estate. So different strokes for different folks. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just giving you financial education. Now, if I had a 401k, I probably do know what I would convert much of it into, but I don't want to tell you that because I don't want you to mislead you or to give you any information, right? But it definitely be some tangible assets for the reset if I had a 401k. It'll be, and if I felt like it was at risk, right, it'll be tangible assets for the reset and preferably anything in cash flow. But again, I also tell people, have a home-based business, keep your credit score up, right? Have that second opportunity to make passive residual income from home. I think everybody should have a part-time passive residual income business. And you can text cash flow and get that, or you can visit Queen of Coin Silver if you're a silver, if you have knowledge about silver and you want residual income through that, and select the Wealth Ambassador option on their website. All right, you all, I'm signing out. Just want to give you that quick information. Let me get my rest. The gym really wore me out today. And you all, do me a favor, hit that like and share button, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Queen out.